First of all, today is a great day, Hilul Kadisha of the Balatanya of Dalet Tevis. It's worthwhile to mention that the Rebbe Rayatz brings down in Sefer Asiris Tovshin Hei that the Bal HaYilulim said a few days before these talkas, as usual, his Bodan Chasidus and Der Mitzvah, that he used to say from time to time, I don't want anything of Bnei Shalilim, not your Gan Eden, not your Gan Eden Atach, not Gan Eden Elyon. I want only you. As you know, those who learn Chasidus. A few days before these talkas, after saying this statement, he said, I know about the revelations of Gan Eden Atachten and Gan Eden Elyon. I know about Chochmah Atzilis, Giluyim Atzmim, Chochmah Kasiyah Nersheves. I'm giving away my entire Mesiras Nefesh for any Eid that will ask you. You should accept, you should listen to his tefillah as you are listening to a tefillah of a tzaddik gomer in the Rosh Hashanah. Words like that. And he said, and Eid, wherever he will be, and he will do for Yiddishkeit with Mesiras Nefesh, and you will say, Elecho Hashem Nafshi Eso. That's the 25th Psalm in Tehillim. I will be with him. I'll go down, I'll be with him, and I will help him. No. Anyway. Schusse Yogan Oleina. But the Seder starts, Vaydaber Elokim el Moshe, Vayemer Elov Ani Hashem. Think for a minute. It has both expressions. Dibur means harsh words. Amiro means Amir oracle. In the same pasuk, you have Vaydaber and have Vayomer. You have the same Elokim, Dinim, and you have Ani Hashem, Shem Orar. In the same pasuk. Hashem is born. This was a response to Moshe Rabbeinu's argument. Lomar Yeso, Vaydaber, Dibur ite cautious. Elokim. Rabbeinu Shalom told him, you should know, even though it is outwardly, it is seen as dinim, gevures, Elokim, vayemer, Elov. But then he gives him an amir, you should know, ani, be'etzem, what you see, outwardly, Bichitzenis, Ani Hashem is Rachamim. Everything is for Rachamim. Rashi says, Diber ite mishpot. It says in the name of some tzaddikim that they say Diber mishpot. He justified. In a way, this is between the lines. Actually, Rabbeinu Shalom answered him harshly in the beginning by Daber, but he justifies you as the truthful shepherd, a raya mehemna, that is sacrificing for Klal Yisrael. The Yerushalmi says, the Nevi'im, the Tzaddikim, they know that the Rabbeinu Shalom is truthful. Hashem Elokim emes. Hashem Elokim emes. He doesn't like Chanifes. So that's tzaddikim. Moshe Rabbeinu is the midas emes. He cannot be ramfim. He has to say what he thinks. So he says, so the diber ite mishpat. In a way, Moshe says, you as a raya me'emna, you could justify your argument, but you should know, and it should be given over. Ani Hashem. And it says, Ohovis, Vaira, Elovis, the Rebbe is asking, what is he adding? Don't we know that Avram Yitzchak Yankim? Ohovis, says, first of all, always means Loshen, Ovo, Ratzon. The Rebbeinu Shalom is revealing himself to those who want. They asked once one of the great tzaddikim, Rab Meir, that's what they say, where is the Rebbeinu Shalom? So wherever they let him in. So that is, wherever you want him to be, you want him to come into you. Open it up. V'yireh always. The Rebbe says, V'yireh always means also. Always means they were always of Klal Yisrael. This koach. What did Hashem say to Moshe? They didn't ask questions. They didn't ask questions. Avrom, Yitzchak, Yankov. So they were so, Merkover, Kabbalah Seil. And they were always, this koach, this prine, was given over to Klal Yisrael. Later on, we learn also about the Makis. It starts about the Makis. Interesting that the Rebbe Rabbi Yonason, by the word Rabbi Yonason Prager, Rabbi Yonason Eibshitz, when he was a child, he was asked a question. It says here by the Tzfardim that they ran into wherever, in the bedrooms and in the houses and in the beds and in the ovens. So the Gemara says in Psochim about Hanani, Mishol, Vazaria. They threw themselves in. They were willing to go to the furnace. And who gave them? How did they learn? Who gave them the koach? And how did they know that they were allowed to? That they're permitted to do so? They learned the Kalvarima from the Tzfardim. But the Kalvarima, the Tzfardim, they were not commanded to do so. They did it voluntarily. So Allah has come, we are commanded. HaKadosh Hashem, they asked him, Yenes and Dir. They were not commanded, they were commanded. It's a tzivui. So Yenes and the little Yenes answered. They were commanded to run in, but running into the beds, running into the kitchen. So each Tzfardeer could say, all running in the bed. You ran to the oven. Each Tzfardeer was not commanded to run, but they voluntarily ran into the Tanur to fulfill their words in Hashem. You understand? So from this they learned Akal V'chima. By the way, it says also later, further on, it says, when it came to another market, to Marcus Oriv, so it says, V'samti Fedus will be a redeem, a separation between my nation and your nation. So it says in the Masuya, 3 times Fedus we do find in Tanakh. We find here V'samti Fedus, and when we find Pedus in Tehillim, Pedus Shalach Le'amo, and we have a 3rd time Pedus, Harbeim Pedus, and the Shir HaMailos. What does that mean? Sometimes it says there is a Pedus to redeem the Eden, separate from the Goyim, from the Golos and the Goyim. Then even a harder Golos. Golos among Eden is even worse. It should be in Golos among Eden. Pedus Sholach Le'ami. There is even a worse Pedus when a person is Meshubet, is a slave by himself. He can't control himself. He's not a balabos on himself. As the Alter Rebbe, the Baal HaYilula says in Tanya, by Rishoyim, Hein Birshus Libom, Hein Libom Birshusam Klal. They are not could control themselves. This is the worst Golos. A person in Golos by himself, that's what it says. V'har be'imei fedus. You see everything in the Torah is marums. By the way, the Balaturim says that 3 times Pedus, 1 Pedus here is spelled without a vov. Two produces with a vov. Because here it was not a complete redemption. It was only a redemption for the time, from the highest, Marcus Orif. The real redemption will be L'osid Love. V'harbe yime fedus. Over there it is spelled Mole. You understand? So that's a remes what it says. It says in this week's Sedra, Mochor iye oisazeh. Mochor, it means L'osid Love. Then it will be fulfilled. Then it will be fulfilled a vov in the pedus. It will be a complete redemption. And it's about time we should be zoiche, be korev mamish. Now it is the day of Chavdala Tevis, close to Yud Shvat. The tzaddikim, the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, if not the tefillas of the tzaddikim, we would not be able to exist. So the tzaddikim should, and our Rebbe should be me'oire rachmim rabim, and we should have the real produce, the real redemption with Mashiach Tzidkeinu, b'meira v'yameinu amen.